What is good, guys? It's your boy, your own, and you're watching breaking news of the your own show, Knicks Take. So, just right now was a breaking news last night, actually, right as I'm going into bed, that there was a trade from the Knicks. Just after I was recording my show about trading deadlines and how we're doing, and since it was a long time since I've done this show, which will be later on that the Knicks traded Jericho Sims for Delon Wright. My reaction, I'm not really psyched by it. We don't need someone who is so, you know, on, and it wasn't something that I was really psyched by, but it was more of okay, we traded Jericho Sims for Delon Wright, someone who is playing well, but he's not like a player that maybe could hold on. He might come to the G League and play maybe like a couple of minutes in those games, but I don't know. It depends. These are two players that just got swapped from two different teams, and I believe it was like a cash deal or something like that. So my reaction is that I'm not too psyched by it. Of course, if you're an OG, you probably know that one of my friends, Josh, was texting me at night like, "How come the Knicks traded Jericho Sims? We should have kept it and this and that." Because he's more of that guy that likes to, keep players and not get rid. They have this, thing of okay, we could keep players, but we don't want to trade our players for an player. To me, this is not a problem. We're good. We are good. There is no problem, and I've got to say we're doing something in the right direction. Where it's kind of like we are not in the best, you know, perspective of, players wise and all that stuff, but we're doing good, and we don't need the biggest trade as much, but we do need someone who could hold us accountable to say, okay, well, we've got a backup player who could probably score maybe 10 points, 12, not too much. If he's a person that could actually be that player who could shoot maybe 15 points or something like that, that's not a problem. But we don't need that someone, who is attack, that person that attacks. We've got Tyler Clark, we've got Landry Shamit. So those two guys are good. But with this player, let's see what he has in store. He'll probably come here to the G League and, play a couple of minutes with the Westchester Knicks. But it was a good idea from Leon Rose because he had this mindset of, okay, we have too many centers. Too many. We have to get rid of one. It is definitely not going to be Mitch. He's not even back. Definitely not Karl Anthony Towns. And it's definitely not going to be Ariel because he literally just got drafted. So the odds of getting rid of one player would have to be Jericho Sims. And he was more of a genius to say that I think Jericho Sims, yes, was that player that was good. Don't get me wrong, he was actually good. But we needed something where it would be like we have to give these players much more time to kind of get their, foot wet. So my reaction to it is shocking. And of course, you'll see in the show what do I have to say about these trade deadlines and what do I think of it. Um, but of course, in the show, I do mention that we shouldn't trade for Kevin Durant. This time, we made a good direction. Jericho Sims is one of those players that we have been using. He was a great, phenomenal player. We thank him so much. But in this time, it's kind of like when you think about how many centers we have, it's a lot. And we have to narrow it down to three because it's just way too much. What are you going to use with four, centers? You know, four centers is just a lot. How many minutes would you put Jericho Sims? Maybe 10 minutes, 15 minutes, but then you would have to put Ariel. You would have to put Mitch. You would have so we need three centers to have that emergency when we're like, oh shit, we don't have enough time. We don't have enough time. And of course, Mitch is going to be back, so we'll see where that goes through. And yeah. But anyways, guys, later show is going to be coming up around I want to say like 5 o'clock or something like that, or even earlier. And yeah, but this was just an early kind of you know an early um, breaking news. So yeah. Anyways, guys, I'll see you later on in the premiere of the Your Own Show. It's going to be an awesome show later. Make sure to check that out. Notify yourself so that way you can see the show, or just share it with your friends and all that stuff. But also like and subscribe and comment. And yeah, I'll see you guys later. Anyways, guys, peace.